Good morning, or good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are. Hello. It's very bright, and I don't really have a way of blocking it out. I could put up my window because I do have tinted windows. However, I'm going to be hot, and then I'm not going to want to put on the AC. So, this is just what we're working with. But I'm enjoying the vitamin D. Do I get pale? Do brown skin girls get pale? We get a little washed out. We don't have, it's not as rich. So, it's good to get that vitamin D during the winter time and transition of the season. I know y'all probably like, what is this video is about? What's going on? And let's just say that I have a lot to say. If y'all hear kids, it's the school right here, so I got my morning coffee. Let me just tell y'all, I've been making my own iced coffees for a few months now. Wow, I'm really burning up. And I'm not going back to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, nothing, unless, I'm out and about. I use Stokes coffee, unsweet. I think it's called Bold and Roasted. I use a plant-based oat creamer. I don't know the brand. I could put the brand in here. It's a gingerbread limited edition, so good. And then it's just a regular cold foam on top. I actually be so addicted. I could drink this in like 5 minutes. Anyways, I have a lot to say. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I have been having thoughts, and I've been sharing the thoughts. I've been having conversations. I've been having feedback. It's been great feedback from women and men, which I love, because when I speak on men and women, as a woman, I don't just want women feedback. Like, I really do enjoy men feedback as well, because if I'm wrong, or if you have like an extra 2 cents you want to put in, by all means, like, give me the tea. Let's have a conversation. I'm open to it. That's the thing. I'm very open. I'm not closed-minded at all. So I've been having a lot of things to say, and I'm just in a headspace in a point in my life where I'm tired of shutting up. I'm tired of it. To just like go back into some background and history about me. When I was little, I was very shy. I was very, very, very shy. Like, anybody could attest for it. My friends probably didn't see that side of me. Maybe around like other people, but like, when you're friends with someone, you open up because you feel comfortable. So I don't know if they really saw that side of me, but my family saw that side of me. Outside people that I met through like camps and organizations and different programs saw that side of me. So I just grew up very shy. And then I began to, like, over the time, getting older, I just broke free from it. I just started to speak up. And I said that to say, when you come from that, you feel very passionate about your voice. Not that you want to feel heard all the time, but when you are speaking, because to this day, I'm not a yapper. Like, I'm more quiet than talkative, because most of the time I'm in my head. I'm in my head like 80% of the day. And if I have somebody that I'm around, a friend or a partner or whatever that I feel comfortable to talk to, then, then I'll express my thoughts and I won't be in my head so much. But other than that, I'm not just a yapper. So when I speak, like verbally, when I speak, I feel like you should shut up. Say no, let me not even like make it that way. But at the same time, it's just like, no, if I do speak, I feel like you should listen. That's simple respect and communication, right? That's not much to ask for. So in today's world, we have this thing where people want women to shut up. And I understand that throughout our timelines, this has been a thing. People want women to shut up because they wouldn't have much to say, or they would just say dumb stuff. Like, in reality, it makes sense because we do talk, and when we talk, we could just be yapping, like I said earlier. But I think there are so many topics and so many events happening right now that there's not time to be speaking on things that don't matter. So if I'm speaking on a topic that is corrupting our Black community, corrupting the world, corrupting our soul, our spirit, we should be actually speaking, and nobody should be telling nobody to shut up, again, unless you're saying something dumb. Then we could be a little bit ruthless with it. But I just feel like overall, women are now awakened, and we have been through so much. We went through so many lessons, and then we want to speak on it. But it's just so funny how when you speak on what you know, it's almost like people get intimidated. And I just want to speak on today about when you finally get to open your throat chakra, what happens with it, the pros and the cons of it. And I can say for a fact, one of the cons with speaking is that people will be intimidated to the point where they may disrespect you. They feel like, which they're not wrong, you're holding up a mirror to them of what they want to be, of what they could be, of what they wish they could speak on, but they don't have the courage to speak on. So the minute that they're hearing it, it's like, who are you to say this? Who are you to even speak on this? And in those situations, it's a hurtful situation, especially from people that's around you, people that you love, because you would think that when you're expressing it, you want, again, open conversation. You want maybe solutions to be expressed, but not enough, especially men, not enough men are out of their ego enough to accept it, or they're not healed enough to accept a woman holding up a mirror to them. Because again, it's like, who are you? And on a woman's part, it is sometimes good for us to sit back and let a man learn what he needs to learn on his own, not be his mother, because we're not doing that. We are not doing it. Okay, so a lot of times it's good to sit back, but then when we have issues, when we want to be communicative and it can affect the relationship, and I'm not just speaking on romantic, it could be platonic, whatever the case is, but when you actually want to speak on it, you want them to be open, you want them to be receptive. But I feel like I've been having way too many experiences lately where men are just like, shut the fuck up. And let me not say too many. Let's just say by a particular person that I cared about. But then I'm also seeing it happen to other women out here. So then that's the reason why I'm speaking on it. Not to particularly speak on that one person, but it's happening as a collective. I think as a collective, the patriarch, I don't know if that's technically a word. The patriarch is a little shaken up by the matriarch. And the more that the matriarch is getting strengthened and like growing, is the more that, you know, they're becoming more aggressive. The men are becoming very more aggressive, very much bold, very much just like, excuse me. So that's just like a big con that women are experiencing with speaking up. However, that's not a reason to not speak up. This is so good. I just gotta keep taking a sip. I'm back. It's not a reason to not speak up. I've been having so many people tell me, create a podcast. Okay, wait. Let's backtrack. A pro. I'm kind of like, just bear with me here because I'm going back and forth between pros and cons, and I'm letting it flow. So flow with me. Wherever you at, just flow with me. So a pro that, like I was saying, a pro that I've been experiencing with speaking up is that I'm saying what people are thinking. It's not that I'm saying something new. It's not that people aren't feeling it. People don't know how to verbally express what's on their mind. And let me just give a little tip because I was speaking about this not too long ago, and I've noticed that when you're incapable of expressing your feelings and expressing your thoughts, it's because you're not speaking enough. You're literally not speaking enough. You're staying silent. So, the way the human mind works, or just like our psychology, the brain. The way the brain works is that the more that we don't do something is the more that we, never grow what am I trying to say? The more that we don't do something is the more that we're not used to it. It's simple. Like, it's just very simple. So with speaking up, and people that's why people watch podcasts, and that's why people listen to radio shows. 1 minute. Another interruption. Okay. The more that people people listen to radio shows and podcasts and all this stuff because, it's making them feel seen. It's making them feel heard. It's making them feel validated. But these are the same people that just don't have enough courage, or they just don't know how to express what's on their mind. But all you have to do is talk. So that's just a little tip. And a way that I started to do it was I journal a lot. But I started to do audio journaling, which is just setting up a camera or setting up what is it called on our phones? The audio, the voice recording. Setting up a voice recording and just speaking. And that's just naturally how you begin to express, or conversation in real life. So going back to what I was saying about talking. Oh, the pro. Right. Flow with me again. Flow with me. Going back into the pro of talking, I began to see that people were feeling heard and feeling validated, which began to make me think as to how many people are invalidated when they're speaking these days. I don't know how many times I've had conversations and, people have this way of invalidating what you're saying. What are you saying? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Which, I don't understand that quote. There's nothing wrong with it when it's being said, but you have to be dedicated to understanding the person. You're not just going to be throwing around, I don't understand, I don't understand. Are you even trying? Because I'm not speaking Chinese. I'm not speaking another language. If we speak the same language, then you should be able to eventually understand me, So I also began to see that a lot of people are, being invalidated when they're speaking, and it's making people go crazy, which leads me into another problem. Another coffee break. Which leads me into another pro. I feel the need to speak up because I'm ready to expose people. The word is crazy and there's a lot of shit going on. Excuse my language, but there's a lot of stuff going on where people are doing, as I like to say, nasty work. They have no morals. They don't care about other people. They don't have consideration for other people. They don't have loyalty, and they're boldly showing it. Now, while that's good for people that's great people with great character, because you're exposing who your real character is, you know, the masks are being taken off. That's great. However, these are also the same people who will take their mask off and they act like they didn't take it off, or act like they're not doing something that's wrong. And while we have the good versus bad, you know, debate, like is something really wrong or is something really bad, no, like we know what's up, we know what's good, and we know what's bad. Like, we just gotta keep it real. We know what's good and we know what's bad. The same people that would do the bad shit, the same people that would do the hurtful shit, are the same people that would try to manipulate the whole situation and make it seem like they never did anything wrong. We're not doing that anymore. Do I have to say that again? Or maybe just rewind it back. We're not doing it anymore. I don't know about y'all, but for the people that's in my life, for the people that I allow in my life, that's not cutting with me. Because that was a con of not speaking up. And I know we was talking about speaking up, but that was a con of not speaking up. I've allowed too many people to do slick things by me, say slick things, you know, play dumb. But then it gets to a point where you think they will understand that you caught on at some point in time. But then people get a little bit more bolder in their actions. And then I got to become a little bit more bolder with my words. So yeah, we're not effing around. We are not effing around. If people want to do bold moves, we're exposing them. That's it. That's all. And moving forward with this, sorry, I'm just checking my time. Moving forward with this YouTube channel, like I said, I've been having so many people tell me to do a podcast, and I'm going to get there. I'm going to, you know, excuse me, have my setup, have my setup and my mic situation. You know, I'm going to get there. In the meantime, I just want to talk. I just want to put up my camera and I want to talk when I want to talk. And when something is on my mind, I just want to put it up. Cool. If that's cool with y'all, that's cool with me. And we can just vibe. We can just vibe. Because I be having so many thoughts on my mind. And this was just one of those days. And this is probably how the videos will go. But like, if something is on my mind and I want to talk about it, I'm just going to start putting on my camera. And we just going to talk. And we're going to express. So yeah, that's, I don't want to say this is an intro to like other videos, but please start speaking up. Please start exposing people. Please start, and when I say expose, you don't have to say names. You don't got to post pictures. You don't have to, if you want to, by all means. That's what today's world is about, I guess. Story times, and they're showing screenshots, and cool. If you want to do that, go ahead. But when I mean expose, I mean the exposure of the situations that's happening. Exposure of the nasty work. Exposure of the, you know, the actions. Like, forget the person, because it's multiple people doing the same thing. Just expose the situations more. I will be talking a lot. If you get tired of me, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, girl. Boy, I don't know. But if you want to tune into the conversations, I'm here. Follow me on Instagram at Yakira Lynn if you're not already. And, you know, join the conversation, even in the comments. Or if you're following me, come into my story. I'm always open. If I don't open a story for anything else, I'm going to open a story to have a conversation. If somebody is like, you know, responding to the topic of the day or the question of the day, whatever the case is, I'm very open to it. So thank you for joining into my video today. And don't be afraid to speak up today with what you're feeling. Don't be afraid to communicate. Don't be afraid to express, because it's your right. So see you later.